Picture this: you've finally found the perfect piece of land. You've been dreaming for years about building your own home. The excitement is real, and you hire a contractor to make that dream come true. But then, weeks pass, the project slows down, the costs keep rising, and when you ask for explanations, the contractor just shrugs. Sounds like a nightmare, right? The truth is, this happens more often than you think, and it all comes down to one missing piece: a proper house construction agreement. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I share practical guides to help you make smarter decisions in property, construction, and finance. And today, I'm going to walk you step by step on how to make a house construction agreement that protects you from costly mistakes. So make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon, and stay until the end because I'll also share a real-life example of a payment clause that you can use immediately. Now let me tell you a story. A friend of mine decided to build his home without a written contract. Everything was agreed verbally. At first, things looked fine. But halfway through, the contractor started adding charges, extra costs for materials, extra costs for labor, even costs for delays. My friend ended up paying nearly double the original price, and he couldn't do much about it because there was no written agreement. This is why an agreement is not just a piece of paper. It is your shield. Without it, you lose control over the quality of work, the total cost of the project, and the timeline of completion. So, if you're building a house, think of the agreement as your insurance. You hope you'll never need to use it in court, but it's there to protect you if things go wrong. So what exactly should be inside a house construction agreement? Let's break it down step by step. First, the details of both parties. This means the full name, identification, and company registration of the contractor. You need to know exactly who you are dealing with. Second, the scope of work. This should outline every major stage of the project, from preparing the foundation, to walls, roofing, plumbing, electrical work, and finishing. The more specific, the better. Third, cost and payment terms. Don't just agree on a lump sum. Make sure it's broken down into stages with clear percentages. Fourth, project timeline. State the exact start date and expected completion date. And don't forget to include penalties or consequences if the contractor causes unnecessary delays. Fifth, warranty and guarantee. For example, you can request a 12-month defect liability period where the contractor must fix any issues like cracks or leaks. And finally, dispute resolution. What happens if there's a disagreement? Do you go to arbitration, mediation, or court? Having this written down saves you from a lot of stress later. Now, let me give you some practical advice that many homeowners overlook. Number 1, always get a lawyer to review the agreement. Even if it feels simple, legal language can protect you in ways you don't expect. Number 2, never pay everything up front. I've seen cases where homeowners gave full payment at the start, and the contractor disappeared after finishing only half the work. You staged payments based on progress. Number 3, keep every document and receipt. Treat them like gold. If a dispute ever happens, those papers are your strongest evidence. Think of this process like driving a car. You wouldn't go on a long road trip without insurance, right? The same applies here. A solid agreement is your insurance for the biggest investment of your life. Now let's make this practical. Here's a simple example of a payment clause you can use. The first payment of 20% shall be made after the foundation work is completed. The second payment of 30% after the walls are erected. The third payment of 30% after roofing and installation are completed. And the final 20% after handover of the completed house. See how simple that is? Both parties know exactly when money will be released. This removes arguments and ensures progress is tied to actual results. You can also include a penalty clause, for example, for every week of delay caused by the contractor, $500 will be deducted from the total payment. This motivates the contractor to stay on schedule. So now you understand how a house construction agreement works, why it's important, what needs to be included, and even how to write specific clauses. This document might look boring at first, but trust me, it can save you thousands of dollars and months of frustration. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friends who are planning to build a home, and subscribe to the channel for more practical guides like this. Remember, building your dream home should be exciting, not stressful. With the right agreement in place, you can focus on the joy of seeing your dream turn into reality. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.